What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Secret Houses. And we today are going to get into a question that was asked to me on the public forum that goes, how to know a Pisces man has a crush on you? And what does seeing them in a dream mean? Now, this is exciting for me because when we get into dreams, then we start getting deep, right? And I don't usually speak on it a lot. However, since someone else brought it up, why not? Here we go. Now, if you hear some background, like construction work in the background and stuff like that, bear with me. There's some renovating going on around here. A lot of interaction between us now is taking place on the internet. So a lot of that crush type energy that you're looking for would be taking place on the internet. Now, on the internet, the best way to know that a Pisces has a crush on you is when they make a sexual reference to you. Flat out. Like, well, if they comment on or they like your pic, that's really not enough. If you are wearing like a crop top that has your boobies pressed up or something like that, and the Pisces man makes a comment or likes in reference to that particular type of picture, in contrast to the other pictures that you've posted, that's how you know your Pisces has a crush on you. Flat out, there's really no way to go around it, because I can tell you like this, right? Pisces men, they will comment on a lot of stuff you post if it's artistic and stuff like that, but you can't tell whether they like your art or if they like you. There's a difference. You understand what I'm talking about? And with a Pisces, it's really it's like a perverted passion. It's really like, oh, you're attractive, so I have a crush on you because I think that sex might be nice. Pisces like to push boundaries, so that's why they're doing that. They're waiting for you to say, well, that was disrespectful, or that was awful. Do you only see me like that, or I'm not just a piece of meat? If you say something like that, they'll be like, okay, well, all bets are off. Now, they will also have an intellectual crush on you that merely pertains to the brain work. Like, they may see you posting on certain things that they have an interest in or have a liking in. So they'll converse with you on that to the point where you'll think to yourself, like, this guy really likes me. I don't want you to think that this is totally a way of them trying to get into your pants. It's not. They really like talking to you. If you guys find each other attractive and it happens to take off, then so be it, you know what I mean? But this is a different it's still a type of crush because they look forward to you posting stuff like that in the future. Also online, if you need help with something that they're well versed in, they'll start crushing on you. I know this probably sounds kind of weird, however, I'm serious. They know that they are capable of assisting you in that matter, so they'll put themselves out there. And they do like you. They're not going to do it if they don't like you. It's a process for a Pisces. Rarely will you see a Pisces man come right up to you and say, hey, how you doing? I think you're hot, and I think we should go out sometime, or when are you available? And it's rare though. It can happen. Don't get me wrong, it can happen. For the Pisces man, it's more like a process. It's more like they're going to watch you first. It can be kind of creepy when you think about it. They'll watch you, they'll observe you, and they might not say nothing the first couple of times. They'll actually risk letting you get out of their sight or going on about your day or going on about your business without saying anything, because in their mind it's like, okay, if I'm really supposed to know this person or I'm really supposed to meet this person, then it's going to be something more symbolic or something through divine hand on why we meet up. So Pisces is observing to see what can they identify to make this meaningful, to make it more than something cliche, because Pisces don't like cliche stuff. What will happen is you see a continuous, a lot of things take place in work, right? So this is why I said the modern world compared to traditional ways of things happening, because it's either like you're in a club, you meet up, right? Or you're at work and you meet up, because you're continuously seeing a person that has to develop a crush on you, because a crush is something that is developed. Yeah, there's love at first sight, and it's like, oh man, she's hot, and you may get excited about a person, but to develop a crush, it's like, oh, I gotta see this person all the time, and they're gonna come in a coffee shop at 8:30 a.m. and so you're there already, with your coffee and your bagel and you're waiting. You know what I mean? That's what a crush is. So it's something that develops and continues over time. Is going to occur. The observation is going to occur, or the interaction is going to occur more than once, and you can gamble on that, you can bet on that, right? So the Pisces man is gauging while they're watching you, the crush, Of course, they're sizing you up. They're gauging what it is that they like about you. It could be the way you move. Like, you don't like. Have you ever heard this saying before? Like, that person doesn't look so hot, but they're very attractive. Like Pisces, it could be something very attractive about you that overrides how good you look compared to what the masses believe what is good looking right now. So if you like glance over at a Pisces and they're looking at you already, that's partially how you know that they got a crush on you. And then they may look away when they see that you looked first, and then they'll take 2 seconds and they'll look back at you. And if you're still looking, oh boy, the crush is really locked in now. All right, so that's how you definitely know. Now, one thing that's difficult about the Pisces are kind of shy. It's true. Not in the sense of outgoing to do things, especially things that benefit them. However, when it comes to close personal relationships or things that they want to get personal about, they are shy because they are secretive people, right? They like to keep secrets, things confidential. So it's going to more than likely be a looking contest. It's going to be like a real creepy stare down thing going on to know that a Pisces has a crush on you. Or they might even do something else like this, right? They'll, like, let's say you're in a restaurant, cafe. Let me set up a scenery. Say you're in a cafe, and you've seen this Pisces man a couple of times already in the joint, and instead of coming up to you and finally saying something, they'll go like to the barista or the server and ask them a question right in front of you. Like, you'll be sitting right there, and they'll do that and like start holding a conversation with someone else who's near you, so you can hear their voice finally and speak and stuff like that. They'll do stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's how you know a Pisces has a crush on you. More than likely, it's going to take you to be the initiator, the aggressor, to go to them and say something. And it could be corny. It doesn't really matter. They'll pick up on it and say, okay, they know that I've been looking at them. They know that I like them. So this is happening probably because of that. All right. Just giving you a heads up. Pisces is really not most of the times the initiator, the aggressor. Now let's get into this dream thing though, right? The dream thing is interesting. How do you know, what does it mean when a Pisces man is in your dream? Well, for one thing, it means a tug of war with power. It's an extraction thing. It really has a lot to deal with Mars. Don't sleep on Mars. Dreams are one of the things that Mars has a powerful influence over, because I don't have to give you an explanation, a description of this, so you can understand where I'm coming from too as well. Once upon a time, this woman had told me about a dream that she had about me. And this rarely happens as well. I be thinking that more people should come forward and tell people that they have dreams about them. You'd be amazed at what you could find out. However, it's not always dreams are so confidential. It's not the most comfortable thing to talk about with other people, especially when you have them about them, because dreams can be seen as something that's personal and something that's for you, as a technique or as a tool to benefit yourself in life. So it's a tricky situation when you talk to people about their dreams. However, this particular time, I will admit that this person confessing a dream to me definitely helped out. And her dream was that I was at their place of residence. I was at her family's place of residence during a holiday. Right? And I was like, okay. Now, when I heard this, I'm like, in my mind, I know that this won't ever happen for particular reasons. Won't ever happen. So I processed the information and I said, okay, boom, bang, boom. It's a symbolic dream. It's symbolic. I'm supposed to figure out what it means to me. Now they don't necessarily, the person who's having the dream, they don't necessarily have to convey what the dream means to them, or they don't even have to say why they think they had that dream. Or Pisces can figure that out on their own. They can figure out where their mindset is at on their own, or where their subconscious, their unconscious mind is at, which created the dream. So they already know. Pisces, especially Pisces, is skilled in dreams, so they're gonna know what this person is thinking or how they are thinking. So I knew I wasn't going. Long story shorter, right? I knew I wasn't going. I knew that's not something that would happen, because you got to think about it. When you see a Pisces in your dream, it means scenarios. It means this can happen. It hasn't happened. However, this can happen. This even might happen. Will it happen? So that's why that dream occurred. Now, she could have started a conversation based upon a whole bunch of other things that are relative to that dream, however, going around it and not actually telling me the actual dream. However, she didn't. She told me the actual dream, and she didn't extend the conversation further from that. And I said, okay, well, thanks for letting me know. You know what I mean? And then I went into process a dream that I had about this woman, right? And I compared the two. And I could tell that for me, my dream was better for me and probably for her than her dream was for her, because of particulars, because of specific particulars that I won't get into. So when you see a Pisces man in a dream, it also means that there's an extraction thing going on. People are trying to extract information from each other, from that Pisces man. Definitely. They're trying to extract information from that Pisces man to see where they are at as far as an individual, as far as a warrior spirit, because decisions are made based upon this information, right? So, like, for instance, I could have said, oh, really? In the holiday, once that holiday came up, I could have been like, well, you know what? I'm going to go over there on the holiday then. That could have happened from that information. However, I know from my own stance and my own mental process that was not happening. It wasn't happening. The reason why I say Mars is involved with this is because Mars is the planet of action, right? It doesn't necessarily have to mean war. It doesn't have to necessarily mean somebody's going to get cut or stabbed. What it means is, where are you taking action as an individual, as a singular entity? Where are you taking action? Pisces man being inside of a dream, there's going to be decisions made based off of that information, whether it's revealed to him or not, you know. And, you know, I ponder on, like, what if she didn't tell me if that dream happened or not, when I paralleled it with the dream that I had of her. And it was like, to me, it didn't matter. It was irrelevant, because I knew I wasn't going to do what she had a dream of. Now, the dream that I had of her, on the other hand, that I have more confidence in taking place. Like, that can actually happen, which is a whole different video. I'm not going to get into that right now. However, it's good that we opened up this channel for that type of conversation as well. So if you want to speak more about that, if anybody wants to bring up dreams or something like that, it's okay. Like, it's not off limits. We'll gradually grow into talking about things of that nature.
Above, it's below, I hop into her avatar. She has above average power, hop into that avatar. Hard drive in the software, I'm a passenger. Blue and purple hair, suck the Kool-Aid right out of her. Have the lady scared, saying prayers, said I'm driving her. Buns in the air, everywhere, if I'm backing her. Buns in the air, everywhere, I'm a special her. Put my balls in the court, high like my camera. Put some points on the border, you want me to tackle you? You wanna be locked down, you want me to shackle you? Yeah, shorty's on me, but I ain't jacking her. Dust settles, I don't, I do the spectacular. As above, as below, speaking my vernacular. I'ma hop into my avatar. You should hop into your avatar. Let's update each other's repertoire. As above, as below, I hop into her avatar. Put them rose petals on my wood, if we hanging out. Two-face, every dent chick, still I bring it